Stop! We don't have time for that. Hi everybody, this is Roger in Kansas City. Skinwalker Ranch update. I usually don't do short little videos like this, but I think it's important enough to do so. So here is Skinwalker Ranch. Kind of zigzaggy through here. And I will point this out. If you've watched the TV show, a lot of people, including myself, say, well, why don't they go on the mesa? Well, they only own like this little piece of the mesa here and maybe a little bit of a chunk up here also, like in there. Somebody else owns the mesa, somebody else owns over here, over here, over here. So they're surrounded by neighbors. The entry to Skinwalker Ranch is this road right here. Here's the main gate they often show on the TV show. And you drive in, you go by this very scenic little retention pond looking thing. And here's the nerve center of Skinwalker Ranch. And this is a older photo, so they've installed a helicopter pad over here somewhere. Please look at this. You see all these little trails that go between the Skinwalker buildings over to this pond? Now the pond does not belong to Skinwalker Ranch. The property line is, it may be this tree line here or close to it, but this belongs to another property owner over here. But someone's doing a lot of going back and forth between this pond area. That's all we're going to look at. So let's get going. So here's a good picture of the pond area. There's a lot that can be said about this photo, but I won't go there right now because we're just focusing on what's around the pond area. But I will point out that this is the neighbor side of the road. This is the Skinwalker side of the road. This road leads to the main buildings at Skinwalker Ranch. Let's take a closer look at interesting items around the pond that I was able to bring out a little earlier today. Now as we get closer to the pond, we can start to see that the things that look like trees aren't looking so much like trees anymore. If you look down here, you have these little things that look like little tiny huts or houses. These are not trees. None of these are trees throughout here. You can see a very, I guess, face-like images on a lot of these things. And I know it's not a perfectly clear picture, but then again, they never are. We're closing in close. They're always in the dark. They're always obfuscated. So this is the height of my technology. It is getting better though. So let's go ahead and take another look at this image. So moving in more closely, we can see that these are not trees. Now, I have opinions, and that's all they are. It's just speculation. I have no clue what this actually is. They look to be like living creatures, but I have seen in other photos I've worked with that they oftentimes they have vessels that look like living creatures. And that's just how they do it. That's how they roll. You can see, at first I thought this was, and you may think it looks like this too, but you'll see I've got another shot of this. That's not a duck. It's actually a head of something. But you see this? That's a person. And that might be a person there also. And there's another person there. Maybe he's the shepherd in charge of these animals here. But if those are people, they're in the 30-foot range, just like the animals are, if they're animals. But they have a very fluid look to them. They don't look like rigid built structures. So let's take another look at this photo with the contrast a little bit lighter. Now here's the picture we were just looking at with the lights turned on. It changes some of the preconceived ideas from the first picture. Like for sure I thought this was an animal, but now it looks like some sort of metallic structure. We still have some large humanoid beings around here and here, But then we have these strange looking characters here and here. We still have some creatures over here. And again, more people here and here. When I say people, well, they're obviously not what we consider to be average human beings like us. Now, they may be just big versions of us, or they may be completely different, and they're giants and they have a completely different physiology. I don't know. Okay, so here's that picture for what it's worth. Let's do one more shot of this area, just pulled out a little bit, and then we'll get to the icing on the cake. So panning back out, you can see that these are not trees. They're either some sort of constructed devices, they're some sort of, I don't know, artwork, they're living beings, a mixture of all of that. We cannot project our preconceptions, our human preconceptions, onto these alien beings. And when I say alien, different than human. They're different probably in every way. I would say they're much more advanced technologically than we are, and maybe they're nice people. Maybe they really are. Maybe they aren't. There's a reason the humans that know about these individuals keep them a secret, and maybe they're protecting us. Your guess is as good as mine. We do know they're there. I mean, this is as clear of evidence I've ever shown, that I've ever run into. I truly believe that they're trying to tell us, I think this TV show is trying to tell us that this is the case, but they, by law or somebody stopping them from actually just showing us what is there. Okay, I'll get into that in another video, and believe me, I will get into that. Now let's look at something completely different. And here's another view of the pond, taken at a different angle, more than likely on a different day. And you can start to see there's a lot more structure around the pond than just pretty trees. And we have a lot of geometrically shaped items as well. That was a spot we were focusing on just recently. And there's a lot going on back here. Now, there's a lot in this picture, but can you see it? Do you see it? You probably can, because it's on the thumbnail. This will be the thumbnail. Guaranteeing to you. Well, now I'm pretty sure you can see it. It's between 70 and 100 feet long, between 30 to 40 feet high at its highest point. This appears to be a transparent dome on top for the people who are working inside of it. That is the best picture ever, and I'll guarantee you this is authentic as I can say it is, because it came from pictures that I have proof of where the pictures came from. I can't prove that's a space vessel, but it certainly looks like one, and it's in an area that space vessels of some sort have been reported to have been seen. And this is huge. I don't know what to say. I have a few better shots of this, but that was the first one I saw, and that just there are times when I'm doing this hobby of mine that I just get floored, and this was obviously one of them. This is the best evidence ever. If any of the big channels had this displayed on their video feed, it would it would be the most incredible find in a very long time. I'm a very suppressed channel. It's not because people don't like me. It's because if you can look at my views, I hit a nerve way back when with the Dream Stela and the Sphinx. That's when they finally said, turn this guy off. And they pretty much did. But we continue. All right, so let's take another look at this. I'm very happy with this find. In fact, I think this is, out of everything I've ever found, this has got to be the cherry on the little tippy top of the sundae. Nothing beats this. Nothing comes close to it. So let's take a few more refined views of this. So I was able to take quite a bit of the glare out, sharpen it up, and get a little more detail in there. You can see it's casting a shadow. Now it could have landing gear out or it's hovering. Again, here's what I believe to be a transparent dome. Now this could be a large ship for people our size, or maybe just a standard size ship for those 30-footers out there. Your guess is as good as mine. You can see there's quite a bit of infrastructure all around this area. I'm not focusing on that today. I'm just focusing on the ship. You're going to say, well, how come you can't see it when you're driving down the street? I will get to that in another video. And again, it's speculation, but it's obviously there. And I've said this before in videos, that there's a sweet spot, that the camera captures everything. They can't escape that. And they haven't escaped this. Talk about missing people. I had an interaction with the gentleman who runs the Missing 411. I will get to that in another video. We could just say that he was somewhat dismissive. Let's take one more look. It's going to be kind of blurry, but I'm zoomed in as much as I can on the next picture. Here we go. Well, I have enlarged it as much as I can. I think the left-hand side is the front. It looks like it flares in the back. This shadowy area could be a gangplank. Again, we have what I believe is the transparent dome. It looks like maybe this is some sort of fueling device. Oh, I was going to say also water. They've got to be around water. And it has something to do with their fuel. More than likely. And they can extract hydrogen or oxygen or whatever they extract to make their fuel with. The ships I've seen that belong to the alien species out there never have a geometrical shape to it like this does. Like this is streamlined. It looks like it's more than likely some sort of V-shaped type of vessel, which leads me to not conclude, but it's good evidence that it probably has some sort of human element to it. Humans were involved. This might be one of ours. Good for us. I hope this is the most top secret thing that's ever been shown any place ever. I gotta watch what I say. Okay, there it is. I look forward to your comments. Thanks for watching. I hope you're having a nice day. I hope the people in that big pink ship are having a nice day. And I'm not going to make fun of your ship because it's pink. It's probably pink for a good reason. I am Roger in Kansas City. Thanks for watching, and I will be talking to you soon. Bye-bye.